Who's doing?
Hello,
Who's doing
everybody.
video?
What's
My
going
friend?
on? What's going on, everyone? It's the Ryan. See, we're gonna play So Dungeon. Oh, Jesus, the music. It wants me to hire him, but I shan't. I just shan't.
Who's hiring who now? What's this hugabaloo?
This game wants me to hire this weird monk right here that sells weapons. He's a monk, but he's a weapons
Okay.
dealer. That irony is apparently too poignant to the 21st century. And liquidate in the armory allows you to keep the max equipable quantity for each item and sell the rest. Alright. Apparently screen rec updated or something weird. I now have to, so I use this app called Screen Rec. Apparently it's like on the right-hand side of my computer, it normally is like a toggle bar. It's a toggle menu, but now I actually have to press like key combinations and commands, and there's no longer a toggle menu. That's gone. I now have to summon it anytime I want with toggle commands, which is, I guess, convenient. And then when it comes up, I then have to say like, oh yes, don't take a picture, record it. So it's a different world now. I'm gonna pick the treasure chest at the bottom. We're playing some Soda Dungeon, and then we're gonna go on to a bit of Terraria here. Tell me about how fun Halloween was last night. Which I'll tell you, spoiler alert, it was not fun for other people, but it was fun for us.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. We served a lot more than we did last year in terms of families. But it was pretty good overall. And we get to eat more candy, so.
Hey, apparently you got a little container. Where'd that container go?
I don't know. You and John were looking at.
Yeah, I don't know. Well.
I don't know where it is. I don't know where it be.
I know it is November 1st, and for people at home, obviously, they're like, oh no, it's not November 1st for us. It's like, well, it is for me, Stinky Pie. But yeah, Halloween was a lot of fun because we, of course, had a bit of a lawn gathering, and it was so fun. It was the deadest it's ever been in terms of trick-or-treaters, and we are a smaller neighborhood, but this was absolutely batshit empty. But all it was ultimately then, guess what? We have more candy, and we got to then just chillax. And I have a pumpkin beach ball, by the way. So, just like in Marble It Up Ultra when I was a pumpkin marble, in real life, this is also the case. I am a pumpkin marble in real life.
You are a pumpkin menace.
Exactly. Not gonna finish that thought. So what happens is,
What?
your pumpkin seeds are dry.
Oh, yay!
Also, I'm back up to 140 subscribers. It's so funny, when you're like low, when you're like a smaller YouTuber, you sort of like feel everything. You know, you see every inch because every bit helps. So you see people when they leave and you're like, oh! And then all of a sudden, like, I like kind of climb up in numbers again. This happened when I tried to do a couple Roblox videos, like, forever ago. I actually tried to do, like, some a Roblox Let's Play a little bit, but it just, like, lagged so much on my computer, and, what happened was I, like, lost some subscribers, and then, like, I lost, like, 3, and then 4 to 5 more showed up because they were like, ooh, Roblox!
Roblox, yay! Like Roblox? We get the legendary Roblox?
The legendary robust Roblox.
Yeah, that's what I'd be saying.
Yo, I keep getting Cora posts that are like, no lying, did you regret having children? I'm always curious about looking at those posts because, like, I mean, I'm gonna be frank, I think every decent relationship has a healthy amount of resentment. Because, obviously, like, relationships, to a degree, are built on obligation. And who really likes obligation? You know, it's like you gotta kind of take a step back and chillax. But of course, the other, like your child is this embodiment of obligation because you have to take care of their ass. Yeah.
It's gonna haunt you. It's gonna haunt you in your dreams.
It's gonna haunt you in your sleems. It's gonna haunt you in your seams.
Alright, let's see. What do
Yep,
I...
meant 20. What are, now, a lot of the top comments, let's see. Yeah, like the top, so, I don't know how, Korra is weird, because what you'll get is you'll get, like, a question from, like, a completely anonymous poster, and then someone will respond, and they'll be very, it'll look like they're the poster. So, the first comment was, so the top response was this person who said, very much so. I was 17 in 1979 when I got unexpectedly preggers and was totally unprepared for what I was getting into. I was selfish, an idiot, and didn't give my children any kind of good start to life. My husband only married me so the kids could have his name, then he left. Oh my god! I love my children, don't get me wrong, but I should not have had them when I did. Let's see. Jeez. That's a sad story.
I bet you those children really feel loved now.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, wow, alright, okay. I'm not saying that, like, everyone should have kids. Definitely, like, evaluate. But, like, one of the things is, like, you talk about this in the beginning. And, like, I know we agreed that, like, we're not having more than at least 2. Because it's not on us to repopulate the Earth.
Sure.
You know, everything's fine. But I feel like couples are like, they are like, I come from a large family, so we're gonna have 4. And then their husband's like, so am I the asshole for secretly getting a vasectomy because I don't want more children? And then it's like, what?
Well, that's like I mean, you know, the most measured response is always like, are you the asshole for not wanting more kids? No. Are you the asshole for not communicating with your wife and getting a secret vasectomy? Yes. You know.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of then what people tune into on that fork in the road. Yeah.
Oh no, and then there's also that thing where like the woman's like, my husband wants more children, but like the last 2 births I had have been very traumatic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I want more children. And he doesn't want to do a surrogate. And it's very interesting, cause like, in that case, then people are like, you got the dichotomy of, oh, women are supposed to be having children. And it's like, that's the thing where like, I know people are like, don't talk about kids so early. And it's like, but if you don't, you have people having these issues. And then you have, and then they resent their children. For something that is not their fault, you know, like, you brought them into the world, they have no one else to rely on but you, and then it creates a whole bunch of issues, and no one can pay for therapy, so, like, right. You're putting issues on the kids who didn't ask to be here, and, like, I feel for the mom who had a kid at 17, and you know, that's where, like, Planned Parenthood should be a resource, you know? And stuff like that. I do think it's weird, because there are some parents who wanted children and then hate them because they can't control them anymore. You know, like, they get mad when they start to grow up and get out, and they actually start to be, like, I mean, they're always human beings, but when their personality starts to form, there's a lot of, like, very, vain and narcissistic parents who get mad at their kids for not liking what they like and not being an exact copy of them. And so they'll have these children because they want, like, to see, you know, they'll use their children as, like, props. And they're like, oh, I have, like, this child and this child. And, you know, this is here. And then they get mad when their kids have a personality. Or they compete with their kids. Or you have boy moms who literally want to date their sons. Or like girl moms who are in competition with their own daughters. It's like, why did you have kids? Like,
Yeah.
you can get a husband and not want to fuck your own son. I feel like, you know, like, go get a rich dude. Don't have kids. What are you... Well, what are we doing here?
I mean, that's